Yo, we out of traffic, man. We at the next light. Mr. DJ Rose, No More Black Tears podcast. We back at it, you know what I'm saying? Ortiz, how you doing?
Sure, man. We chilling over here. We doing good, man.
Caesar C's.
What's good? Second story Maury in the building.
Juice Man, 706 Stunner.
Hey, we getting fucked up.
That's what they do, man. They jump right into it, man.
Man, so we got breaking news, literally this evening.
I know Mike. Boom.
So Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, just signed a $212 million 4-year contract with the Dolphins, and he got $53 million basically a year and $160 million guaranteed. Hey, C's, what's your thoughts about this contract? It makes him the third highest quarterback in terms of how much he's gonna make a year, but the 8th highest in terms of his guaranteed money.
Does the skill match what they paid? He's always had help, whether it's been a running back or his receivers. Let's just see what they do. Are they gonna get their money's worth? Probably, but I'm not gonna say Super Bowl. Miami spending that bag, $312 million total package on 3 players they spent on. Let's see how it goes, man.
Yeah, I like the deal, I guess, because they didn't sign them. Who else was they gonna sign? Who else? Who ain't nobody else out there? You know what I'm saying? So right now, if you got a quarterback, you better sign him and keep him. It's cheaper to keep him. You know what I'm saying? Dallas, where you at? Dallas, where you at?
Man, the quicker you sign these quarterbacks, the less expensive it is. Me and C's was in the car on the way over here, and I asked him, where does he have 2 in the AFC? He said 4, then he moved him to 5th. I got 2 as a top 5 quarterback in the AFC, man. Like, it's going to be Mahomes, it's going to be Lamar, it's going to be Burrow, it's going to be Allen, and then it's Tua, man. Like, I know some people might have Justin Herbert in that bitch, but he doesn't win. Tua has won the last 2 years. He's thrown for basically 4,000 yards the last 2 years if you add his total of yardage, and he's averaging 30 touchdowns the last 2 years. So he deserves this contract, man. And, I know Juiceman said that, he got CTE, so he need every dollar.
You already beat me to it, man. When they had that nigga out there stretched out on live television, twitching like a dead roach, hey, he need that money. He need that money. Y'all had me out there looking fucked up. He need that money. It's due to him. And so what? He might not play the whole year. That money's due to him because you got to think, Miami prints the money. They got the money. They're like Dallas. They have the money. And then the second, and the first, man, come on. I love this shit. But when you think about it, if they paid them that much, how much money do they really have? To pay a back man that much money, how much money do they really have? Because, bruh, to them, that's nothing when you think about it. They wrote this contract up like looking at themselves like, yo, this is nothing to us.
Hey, man, so talking about black people getting money or raising money. Now, you might have heard the news over the weekend that President Joe Biden has decided to step down and end his candidacy for the President of the United States for the next 4 years. He's endorsed Kamala Harris, Miss VP. She hasn't officially gotten it yet, but within a 3-day span, she already raised over $100 million for her campaign. C's, what do you think about Joe Biden stepping down? What do you think about if Kamala Harris wins the bid for the Democratic nominee? And if it's not her, is there anybody that you'd rather see?
So it's crazy. It's not even crazy to see. It's just we knew this shit was gonna happen. Whether it was further down the line, it's better to get cleared away for it to happen. We see Joe live on TV. I ain't gonna say he's deteriorating, but he just like he's not all there.
Nigga can't walk.
On the flip side, Trump's not all there. So we got one orange nigga and one what's
Mini Man?
Nah, Fire Marshal Bill from Living Color.
Mini Man.
So we got Mr. Mini. I'll just say this. If Joe movie is gonna be good, it's either gonna be called Joe or it's gonna be called Biden. Then we gonna have a movie, it's gonna be called 45th or Don. It's gonna be called Donald. Those movies are gonna be great. When they come out about 4 or 5 years, they're gonna be great. But it was time for him to leave. Like the writing's on the wall. You can see like he's good with just one term. He's already cemented his legacy. He was fucking vice president for 8 years. So it's like he solidified his shit. Anybody's criticism for Kamala already having the Democratic nominations, like if your state chooses your Democrat, your state chooses to not pick Kamala for the nominations. Everybody was mad at it. They was like, oh, she didn't actually go through the official channels and announce it. Why the fuck would you create that division in your party? Why the fuck would you do it? So it's like I don't like her at the presidential level. Vice president, okay, she sat in the background, did it. Can I see her being the premier president in the world? It's gonna be hard to see. It's gonna be so much backlash. Other candidates, at this point, I don't fucking know. Who the fuck else do the Democrats have? Who the fuck else would you pick? I don't know.
I mean, they talked about Gavin Newsom, the governor from
Fuck
California.
that. Fuck him.
That we talked about from last week.
Fuck him. First of all,
they talked about one of the governors from New York.
Fuck them too.
You know, so
it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people.
And then people throwing Bernie names out there too, even though
Bernie's older
than Joe Biden.
That's another thing is like stop getting these old ass politicians to get in there. We need some new blood, younger blood, whether they're 40, 50. Stop getting these old ass presidents.
And it's this one senator. He's an ex-Marine and everything. He has an amazing background in politics, but he is openly gay and married to a man.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
you know that shit ain't happening in America. Kamala will be president way before that motherfucker is. So sentiments of that, it's like, hey, they did this to not create a division within the party. She's already got the blessings and go-aheads of the head honchos. So it's like, Democrats, you would be a fucking fool to create any type of tension or anything.
Well, the first thing I want to say is, hey, man, Joe Biden, I know he took a lot of criticism these 4 years. Every president is going to take criticism throughout history, but Joe Biden actually has done a lot for this country in 4 years. He established a lot of programs. He's passed anti-lynching bills and a whole bunch of other anti-hate bills. He's actually passed bills that should have been passed 20 years ago, if you want to be honest. He was the first president to actually start removing troops from Iraq and Afghanistan, you know, and that was something people have been clamoring for since 2004, 2005. He actually did that. And I know some people didn't like the way he did it, but we have been complaining about it for almost 20 years. So the fact, my bad, C's.
It started with Trump. Trump was the one that initiated it, but it fell in Biden's lap, which that complete shit was a fuck up on both of their parts. But yeah, he did. He achieved that.
You know, and he had the balls to appoint a black female as his vice president. So kudos for him for that, because there's a lot of, you know, people in the Democratic Party that did not want Kamala to even be his vice president. He had the courage to do that, and he did do that. So I applaud Joe Biden for that. Now, as far as Kamala goes, I know there's been a lot of misreporting about her history in California, and people have been trying to correct it and give out the correct facts about it. Man, my only takeaway is, at this point, there is nobody else to pick for the Democratic Party. We already this late into the election year. If you wanted to try to say, let's put this person here, they have to raise the money or whatever. Her and Joe Biden already had 90 million raised for their campaign, which only they could use. And I want to say in the last 3-4 days, she raised like over 120 million just herself when she got nominated. My biggest takeaway, I'm gonna keep it real, it's not even political. I mean, I guess you could say it's political. Hey, black women, where y'all at?
Oh, they showing their ass right now.
A lot of y'all on social media saying that she's not for us.
Yeah, they hate.
Y'all saying y'all don't want her to get elected. And me and MGH, shout out to MGH, we say it all the time. Women hate women. Because we got more women in this country than men. The fact that we've been around this country as long as we have, and we've already had a black president and a black VP, that's crazy that we ain't never had a female president. Like, y'all had your opportunity there, like Hillary 8 years ago. And now you got another opportunity. If Kamala does not win, and you tell me the 2 female candidates that we had that had a political background, and just for those who don't understand, Kamala was a lawyer, a fucking DA of California, then an attorney general of California, then a U.S. senator for California. So this is a woman that has a background in politics and law enforcement. and legal stuff. If she don't win, and Hillary, we know Hillary's background in politics. If they can't win against Trump, let me keep it real. We ain't never have a female president. And this just shows women, y'all hate each other. Because I'm going to keep it real. When Obama went up, you had niggas that was part of the Republican Party that was like, yeah, I'm voting for that nigga. Why? Because he's black. I was getting my hair cut. Not by Juice Man at the time, but at different barbershops at the time. This was before Juice Man was cutting hair. And every motherfucker in the barbershop was like, yeah, who you voting for? And every nigga said, we voting for Obama. We voting for Barack. Why? Nigga, I don't need a reason. He black. If you a black individual, you don't need no reason to vote for Kamala except for she's black.
Is she though?
She's black and Indian, bro. I don't give a fuck what you say. And if you got pussy between your legs, whether artificial or God given, you should be voting for Kamala because you got a pussy between your legs. There ain't no reason why those two groups should not be voting for Kamala. Other than that, man, like, I think she should win. I don't even think it should be close. And from what I heard from the political analysts, hey, a lot of people from Trump Party actually scared because they felt like they could beat Joe Biden easily. And they felt like anybody else the Democrats put out there was going to be basically hard. And this is the last thing, man. Man, hey, man, you vote for Trump, man. I said this overseas before. I ain't saying Trump racist, man. I ain't going to do that. But it's a lot of people that are racist, they vote for that nigga. And not just racist, they openly racist. Man, if you black and you vote for this nigga, I don't even know what to tell you, bro. Because we just had a couple years ago, the KKK did a march and a rally in support of Trump. And we had a whole bunch of them motherfuckers show their support for Trump. Like, you cannot vote for this nigga, bro. Like, if you black and you vote for this nigga, bro, you cooning, man.
We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe. You know, shout out to Kamala Harris. We did it, Joe. Yeah, that was some breaking news this weekend. But wow. I'm glad for him and his family. I think he needed a break because he aged 100 years in them 4 years. I know they usually age a lot, but he look like a doggone skeleton right now.
Fire marshal.
Nigga stuttering and shit.
Boy, he hurting. Like I'm glad he went on and did that because he wasn't gonna make it another. He was gonna stroke out. You know how people on the baseball field they strike out though. He was gonna stroke out.
So you saying Kamala's gonna be president no matter what?
Hey, we've been saying it. We've been saying it for a while now. Hey, this ain't news.
Nah, it's not.
It ain't news. You know what I'm saying? If you've been under a rock, it might be news to you. But shoot, man, we've been saying this. And everybody was scared, like, nah, we can't let this happen because we can't have no black woman president. But hey, man, I'm happy for her, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of on the fence with her, but it's no way that I can legitimately I can joke around and say, oh yeah, Trump might have my vote because we can take the felony off the job application and all this other stuff. I could joke around and say that kind of stuff, but as long as he's running, they still need to take that off. If he's able to run for the highest position in America, then or the United States of America, then that should be taken off job applications regardless. If he can run, he ain't even got to be able to make the president. They need to take that off. They need to take it off right now. But shout out to her, man. She made it through 4 years with Joe. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for her. She got my vote. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to November, I'm gonna make sure I vote early. But yeah, she got my vote. But it's crazy because this election is going to be the first election in, I want to say, since 1974, since there wasn't a Bush, a Clinton, a Biden, or a Kennedy, I want to say.
That's crazy.
On the ballot?
There's a Kennedy in the independent ticket. You RFK.
I don't.
Yeah, he's running for the independent party.
Yeah, but I'm thinking on the from yeah. So I think he's running for the independent, but
on the main ticket.
Yeah, on the main ticket. Yeah. So this is gonna be the first year because he doesn't have a chance to.
Nah.
So on the main ticket, this is the first time since 1974 that those four families wasn't in the running for the highest position in America.
What does that tell you, man?
White privilege, and it also tells you that they could.
This is a show.
You know, people control this country. You know what I'm saying? Them people, them families. If those families can have control for that level.
For the people that are listening, when we say them, I mean them white people. them rich white people.
Yes, they've been in control of this country for 50 years.
Yep.
They've been in control of this country for 50 years. Those 4 families now. And when you talking about white privilege, that's what we talking about.
Really in control, though.
Yes, them. If they ain't in control, they got some control.
Hey, man, like they say, man, we ain't gonna tell you what to think. We're gonna tell you what to think about, man. That's what I always heard when I was going to school. Hey, man, before we move on to TNT, for all the black people that's listening, make sure you get out this year and vote, man. Like for all the elections, the last 10 years that we've actually gone out and voted. When Obama got elected both times, when Biden got elected, we came out in historic numbers and voted. The 1 year that Trump won, we had one of the lowest rates of black people voting in this country's history. Black people, get out and vote, make your voices heard. A lot of people fought, died, and got beaten for the right for you to vote. So please get out and vote.
Local and state, pay attention.
Hey, man. A lot of people got tears for this first TNT.
So before we get there, where we at now? TNT? Dynamite!
Boom!
So, inside the NBA is going to have a new home this upcoming NBA
So they're not going to be on TNT?
Nope.
They're not going to be on TNT?
No.
But we talking about them on TNT.
They blew up TNT.
Boom!
So they will be on Amazon Prime, which, hey, for those who love sports, if you like Thursday Night Football, Amazon Prime is already on Thursday Night Football is already on Amazon Prime.
I think, well, go ahead and finish.
So you will now be able to watch Inside the NBA on Amazon Prime. See, what is your thoughts about this? And before I pass it to you, let me just clarify. Amazon Prime did not overpay for this. Apparently, TNT was going to pay the same amount. They matched the amount Amazon Prime had, and the NBA decided, no, we want to move to Amazon Prime because they felt like that was going to give them more global exposure.
This does not mean that you will only be able to watch NBA on Amazon Prime. This is a 3-way, probably the first sports league that has done a major overall, like not regional markets, 3-way split deal between NBC, which is Comcast, aka Peacock, Amazon Prime, and who's the third one? Fucking ESPN and Disney. So ABC, ESPN, Disney. Basically, you're gonna have basketball games on 3 different channels, 3 different venues. Only thing I like about the Prime deal is I don't have to have the NBA package to watch the games I want to. Some of the games I want to watch, and it's like, hey, I can go back and stream the shit from Prime. I have Prime, so it's like. It's better to bring your sport into, like, look what everybody else is doing. Bring your platform, your sport into these streaming platforms. You're going to have to. And the Peacock deal works out well for them because they're already trying to do that shit with the Olympics. Having NBC, everybody has NBC, whether you got a fucking antenna up or not. Peacock, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus packages now. Hulu is probably going to end up on Hulu, so it's like, was it time? Didn't they have like a 20-year run? TNT?
25-year run, I want to say.
That's great. This is one of the longest runners they had. They did have the previous package stemming back from the 80s that the NBA had established. It was a good run. I'm sure they have great business relationships, but shit. TNT, Turner Sports, Bally Sports, whatever, they're probably going to do another deal with another league. Probably you might start seeing NFL games or some crazy shit pull up out their ass.
No, they don't need to have any games on TNT. They need to get away from that. I'm glad that they went to Amazon Prime because most people have Amazon Prime. To get TNT, you have to have cable. And most people are getting away from the cable. So it's hard to watch. You can watch everybody has Prime on their phones, everything. So it's like, I think it's a good thing that they went to Prime because it's going to be easier for people to watch. It was because every time they had a TNT, it was always hard for me to watch it because I had to either because I didn't want to watch it on cable. So if you want to watch it, because most time people have now they don't have cable in every room like they used to. So you got to watch it in one room, but then you gotta if it's not still logged in, you got to log in and all this. It's too many steps. It was too many steps. But Amazon Prime, I can just go Amazon Prime, boom. It's already on the remote. Like most Roku's remote, they got a Prime button. Most of them, you know what I'm saying? I just hit boom, you can watch the game. I think it's a good thing. It's going to be easier to watch. They need to go ahead and cancel these cable companies and make internet a lot cheaper so we could afford to pay for all these streaming companies that they're coming out with. Because if you pay for all the streaming companies, you might as well just have cable. But you can't have cable because ain't nothing on cable. Everything's on streaming apps now. So it's kind of crazy. Like, they need to figure out something. But I think this is a good step. Inside the NBA, it's going to be on Prime. That's good because they kept making it seem like they was going to take the whole – if TNT didn't get the plug, they was going to take it away. So if the show's going to be on Amazon Prime, it's really no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they'll make it seem like they was taking the plug away. So when they took the plug away, they take the plug away, the show will go away too. But if the show still going to continue, ain't nothing changed.
Yeah, man, I got tears of sadness only because, man, like, you know, I'm a wrestling fan, and for those who watch wrestling, you know, WWE has been synonymous, especially Raw, with the USA Network. And I know when they go to Netflix, that's going to be the end of the era. And that's how I feel about Inside the NBA. It's been synonymous with TNT for a long time, you know. And it's going to be weird not seeing those three letters next to Inside the NBA. But I will say this, I do have to echo a lot of Rose's sentiments. A lot of people have Amazon Prime. One of the reasons why they have Amazon Prime, hey, football season's coming up. We're going to be doing a lot of football stuff. So if you love football, please tune into the pod. But with that being said, what does Rose always say? For those who can listen to the pod for a couple years, football's king. So since football's king, a lot of people have Amazon Prime because of what? Thursday night football. So just because of that, like a lot of people already have Amazon Prime. I am happy they're still going to have it because to Rose's point, they were trying to make it seem like if TNT couldn't have it, then nobody was going to have it. And if you want to be real, TNT is probably the greatest sports show of the last 20 years in terms of the information they provide and the entertainment. Like TNT is so good, like Inside the NBA is so fucking good that if I can't watch it live, I would literally go on YouTube or something and literally watch the whole clip. And to your point, Steve, now the fact that it's on Amazon Prime, you don't have to watch it live. You can literally watch the replay or whatever, and that's going to make it even better because now it's like, okay, I don't have to just watch clips. I can watch the whole 45 or hour segment of Inside the NBA. So, you know, hey, that's going to be great. But a lot of people are going to have to give decisions on, do they think this is good or bad? You know, I guess you could say they're going to have to be the judge of that. Speaking of judging, Judge Gall was recently involved in a situation 2 years ago where one of her friends was having a graduation party and her family was invited. And during the course of the graduation party, 4 black teenagers came to the party, crashed it. It came to the party illegally, basically. And at some point in time, a melee occurred where her son got into an altercation with some people. Her husband saw the altercation, decided to help out his son, of course, and she saw both of them basically fighting people. Cops was called. The 4 teenagers, one of them, the driver, lost his keys. They was looking for the keys. She told them they had to leave. She was using her authority as a judge to basically try to pressure the cops and almost threaten the teens, as well as saying that if they come back to the premises, that they would be shot. I know the board that governs them have recently voted that they would like to bar her. You know, but her lawyer and her attorney is trying to fight that right now. Steve, you brought this to my attention, and you had some very powerful thoughts on it. What's your thoughts on this?
As far as the thing they leaving out as far as articles or videos is these 4 black teens were not the only party crashers. So if you want to just sit on the sentiments, it's like, well, yeah, they were the perpetrators. They were not the only party crashers or people that weren't invited that showed up. They just happened to be the 4 that got into the fight. They never said specifically what happened, how the fight break out, or whatever, whether they came to the front door uninvited or the back door, just stepped them on the property. Is it a friend's house? She was probably drinking. People are probably drinking around family. My problem with really the reason why she's in trouble is her comments, her side comments. One, you're a judge, you're a state judge, New York City, upstate, Oneida County. It doesn't look good when you say something negative about another type of people. Then when you try to cater to the cops and saying, "Oh, I would lock anybody up for you guys." Yeah, they're dumb. They're definitely not going to business school. It's those little comments that will make you look bad with a board. If you've been serving for a 13-year term, people are going to look at you sideways, say like, "Hey, this video is 2 years old, but she might have some biases." I'm not a board member, I'm not a New York City board member, but apparently it's big enough news to where they felt like they needed to go in and do a fucking review. So I mean, hey, yes, if I had family members and I got in a spat, yes, I would be like, probably anger and tempers are flaring, but when you try to throw your position in with cops and all this other shit, it's like kind of gets to that point. It's like you kind of got to know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and I want to comment about the party crashing because I don't. From what I read and look, they didn't party crash. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get a official invitation to the party, but they got the text message to the party like, "Hey, it's a party." You know what I'm saying? Come to the party. You know what I'm saying? The friends of the kids sent the invite. You know what I'm saying? The location or the low. I have to be say. You know what I'm saying? Send the low. You know what I'm saying? They sent the low and with the
Send me the Addy.
You know what I'm saying? So they didn't really crash the party. When I see everybody crashing the party, that means you don't know nobody there. They just kind of pop up. You know what I'm saying? So they officially got invited. They just didn't get an official invite. So for them for the thing, yes, they caused trouble because it happened, but for her to say all the things that she said on camera and to try to invoke her judicial power, and talking about if they come over here, they can get shot, all kind of things like that. It's like, and this is what we talking about when we talking about all these old folks in these higher positions and things like this. And her mind frame is still in the 70s and in the 60s or whatnot. Talking about you come over here, I'm gonna shoot them and I'm gonna do all this and all that to them. Like, it's 2020. You know what I'm saying? Back then it was 2022.
Yeah. It's like we don't know the specifics of who started the fight. That's where it's like kind of like,
yeah, we don't know. Like,
open to interpretation. It's like if we had all that, we could make better decisions. But
yeah, and it's a high school graduation party. So kids are going to invite. There wasn't the kids to go to invite other kids. You know what I'm saying? That's perfectly normal. Like they just didn't pop up over there and didn't know nobody. They knew people that was there. And the altercation happened. Like, and how you go try to act like, she wrong? She needs to be removed. I think she's already been removed from cases.
Suspended without pay.
Yeah. So
pending.
Yeah. So, but as far as just barring her, I don't know if they should go that far because she didn't really do anything but make threats and things like that. But as far as her being a judge, she shouldn't be a judge. But as far as her being an attorney, I think she could practice personal injury law. You know what I'm saying? 99999. You know what I'm saying? 411, call 411. You know what I'm saying? You get in an accident or something, she could do that.
Call Gall, nigga.
Yeah. Call for them all. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, she don't need to be no judge though.
Yeah, man, I ain't got no tears, man. Me and C's talked about. We had a heated debate about it. Details matter. Like there's still details missing. Like I don't know, did the 4 teenagers instigate it? And I agree with Rose's point. Like, yeah, they did get a text from somebody at the party, but I'm gonna be real. If I got a house and somebody in my house invites someone over, but don't tell me they invited someone over, you still trespass, in my opinion. So, like, unless I clear that the people who owned the property or the people that was throwing the party said yes, you can invite people. If I don't hear that they said that you can invite people, they still trespass. You still came to a party. You still came to a premises that the people who owned it did not welcome you at. And the way the story was read, the way it was made seem, they was part of the trouble, whether they instigated it or not. Like, because the details are kind of blurry. We don't know that they throw the first punch. But I will say this, and one of my arguments to C's is she's a judge. But before all of that, like before whatever job we have, you are whatever you are in life. If you got kids, you are a mother, you are a father. If you are married, you are a wife, you are a husband. You see your kid being jumped. You see your spouse having to help your kids get jumped. All that shit go out the window. Whatever my job title is, go out the window. Me being the judge, fuck that shit. Lawyer, cop, doctor, that shit go out the window. I'm a mother and a wife at this moment, and I see two people that I love, one people that I brought in this world.
You use it though. It went out the window, but you.
I don't view her throwing her judge title no different than when a black lawyer get pulled over by the cop and say, "You know, I'm a lawyer, right?" That's you trying to just establish, "Hey, I know the law, I know my rights." So her saying I'm a judge, I just view that as her letting the cops know. And sometimes you got to do that with the cops because a lot of black people don't know their rights, and white people will be the first. White people will be quick to let people know, "Hey, man, I know my motherfucking rights, bro." Like, so I just view that as her letting the cops know, "Yo, I'm a judge." So just understand, I know everything that's legal here, and I know everything that's illegal here. So when I say that if they come back to this property, I can shoot them, I know legally I can get away with that because they don't belong on this property. So I don't even have no problem with her threatening to shoot them motherfuckers if they come back. Because if we have an altercation right now at the spot we at, and we kick some motherfuckers out, and they come back, and someone decides to shoot them when they come back, first thing we're going to say in court, like, we got in a fight, they came back to our property, we shot them. Come on, man. We were standing our ground, man. That's legal in my opinion. Like, so I ain't had no problem with all that. I just wish she would articulate herself better. But you said in your diatribe C's, you add liquor and alcohol to shit. People doesn't. The way you articulate is not going to come out the way you want it to come out. You know, but I don't have no tears for the situation because her being the judge was insignificant to me, man. And as far as them barring her and disbarring her, I will say this. I would like to see her history of her court trials, and if she has a disproportionate in terms of her sentencing to black people, yes. Because 6 months could come 6 months could go by, and we might see, yo, you do know she's harsher to white people than black people. But there are some judges like that are very lenient to black people because they understand the situation they come from. And I'm not saying black judges, there are white judges like that. So if she has a history of like not sentencing black people harsher than white people, hey man, I'm not going to look at this diatribe as that. But if you add this diatribe that she had and you show me, bruh, the average black person, when they walk in front of her, get a 2 to 3 times sentence higher than the average white person, now I'm looking like, yo, bruh, hey, what she said that night didn't just come out her mouth, it came out her heart too. Did you have any thoughts, Juice Man? Hey, so before we go to our next TNT, man, it's breaking news again, man. Jordan Love, the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, became the highest paid quarterback in NFL history after starting for 1 season. He sat behind Aaron Rodgers for like 3-4 years, I think, though. He got a 4-year, $220 million contract, $75 million signing bonus, and $155 million guarantee.
Somebody called him nigga.
Usually I start with UCs. I got to start with Rose because he drafted Jordan Love, I think, in like 7 fantasy leagues last year.
Yeah,
and he told me he's going to draft him again.
If I can.
Somebody must have called him a nigga to get that type of money. Yeah, I didn't say that.
Yeah, Air Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Air Jordan.
See that shit.
He was the best quarterback in the league last year from week, I want to say 9 until the end of the season. He was the best quarterback, hands down, in the league. You know
So
what
they
I'm saying?
won the championship?
They made it to the playoffs, and they beat the number one team in the league.
Put a beat down.
You know what I'm saying? Well, not the number one team in the league, the number one
Two.
team in the NFC.
Yeah,
Okay.
NFC. So
What team was that?
Dallas Cowboys.
Cowgirls.
Yeah. So
Exactly. So now he said that nothing. He did not accomplish anything in my book.
So what you think, Rose?
Yeah. So man, I think it's a good thing. He was gonna get paid. I was surprised they went on and paid him, but they, like we just said earlier, go ahead and pay your people. You won't be like General Jones. You know what I'm saying? You know, slave owner Jones. He ain't trying to pay nobody. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I agree.
But man, shout out to him, man. He earned it. He earned it.
Rose, can you name 5 quarterbacks in NFC definitively better than Jordan Love right now?
No.
So, based off of that,
No.
because when I think about it, it's like, okay, what, Dak, Matthew Stafford,
Golf.
and after that, it's like Jordan Love probably the 4th best quarterback in the conference.
Yeah.
Maybe Jalen Hurts. And then Jordan
What
Love.
the fuck you talking about? Hurts is better than Love.
I mean, if we talking about how a quarterback's supposed to play playing like a quarterback, now we just talking about players, then hell yeah, Jalen Hurts.
He's a better football player,
You know,
but
yeah.
better quarterback.
Jalen Hurts can throw that thing. My bad. Jordan Love can throw that thing. So, but at the very lowest, he's 5th in the conference. That's the lowest.
Okay.
Now, as far as being the highest paid quarterback, hey man, sometimes we gotta set that shit aside and understand the next man up is going to get that money. It's like that saying you heard when you little. The squeaky wheel
gets the oil.
And he was the squeaky wheel. And that just be the squeaky wheel, because let me tell you, as these niggas keep getting paid, this nigga Dak is going to get some stupid money.
Yeah, so Dak next year, they're not going to pay him this, but next year he's going to be a free agent.
Free.
He's going to
These
be
quarterbacks is getting this kind of money.
Go. Dumbass
They gonna let
money.
him go.
Yeah, but
Rose just said something. These
He get
quarterbacks is
paid.
getting paid are still under contract and can be franchise tag. That cannot be franchise tag. He will be a true free agent.
Yeah, so he's going to get a fully guaranteed contract, just like Kirk Cousins did.
He will be the first quarterback to get a big
Yeah,
contract. That's probably going to be every single dollar
fully guaranteed.
fully fucking guaranteed.
They gonna let that nigga go.
Yeah, who
and
cares
Dak
if
got
that goes?
endorsements, man.
Even if they let him go,
He's still going to
whoever
get it.
signs
I don't
him,
care if Dak goes to the worst team in the league, bro. If he signs a $400 million fully guaranteed contract,
He ain't gonna get it.
nigga, guess
It's
what?
probably going to be like $250 fully
And
guaranteed.
your word is juice, man. Mama, I made it.
Yeah, he's probably going next year. He's probably going to get $250 million guaranteed
6
Who?
years. 6 years.
from
Somebody. Hey, shout out to the general manager and Hard Knocks for the Giants. Who gonna get Saquon that? Somebody who got the money.
Nobody got that type of money for that nigga. That nigga.
Hey, they gave Deshaun Watson $202 million guaranteed.
Fully guaranteed, and this was after he was raping bitches.
He was not raping bitches. Them hoes
Yeah,
came
so
with
they
him.
gave him a $202 fully guaranteed. So Dak's gonna get $250
Hell,
because he's a company man. He's never been in any trouble. His family calls noise. So
he ain't won shit.
And he got a whole bunch of endorsements with these white companies, like the little yogurt company. And
I ain't seen a commercial in 2-3 years.
man, Dak is the man.
That
He's
is
a company man.
Yes.
Dak is a company man.
He's one of the handful of quarterbacks. If you was to ask people that kind of keep the NFL, they actually know who Dak is. Because he played for America's team for the last, 6-7 years.
Jerry ain't letting his prize Negro go.
He go.
He not letting him go. He not letting his prize Negro go.
Then
They
pay that
can't
nigga
win
then.
shit. They can't win shit.
So what you think, C's?
I mean, hey, we just had a tour. Like you said, it keeps rolling. Is there anybody else left to do these big ass contracts? Any other quarterbacks?
Dak,
They're gonna draft somebody.
and there's somebody else. There's another one. Purdy.
Yeah, Brock Purdy. And in 2 years, guess what? See, they Stroud up.
So, I mean, hey, Jordan Love, he sat on the bench for a while. We knew he could do something. He didn't have his chance to do it. He sat on the bench. Packers were gonna pay the money. We knew they were gonna do it.
You gotta realize, you know, Packers don't have an owner like that.
They owned by the city.
The people.
People.
That nigga ain't getting the money. Them racist ass white folks. You really think they gonna give a nigga how much I say?
If he
His mama like
when they bring that championship, if he brings a championship, they're gonna be like,
Damn you.
This is the new whatever.
Damn you.
Yeah,
It was good.
They gonna pay that man.
Good signing.
And the Packers gonna stay with the quarterback.
He gonna go in there with a mama. Mama, speak for me.
Yeah, Mama used to be at the top of the stairs.
God damn.
They had to give her some better seats.
Mama gonna be in the
She was
skybox.
God damn.
She's like, I need to be in the skybox.
She was literally at the very top.
Mama gonna be in the skybox. Yeah, good signing though. We'll see how they do though.
Damn it. I thought this boy was a nigga.
Hey, speaking of niggas, so y'all been watching them 20 versus 1s.
Uh-huh.
So recently, Lil RT, I guess he's a kid that's a rapper, they decided to do a 20 versus 1 with him. Now,
How old is he?
I think he's between the ages of 9 and 12, maybe. But he's a little kid. You can tell he's a little kid.
I think he's 10.
10? Okay,
This
yeah.
is terrible.
So he's 10 years old. Now, I watched some of it. I'll be honest, I don't know if they're trying to find him a girlfriend or just a friend. Because some of the 20 versus 1s he did had niggas. Well, my bad, let me rephrase it. Had little boys that walked up and he asked them what kind of video games they play and what kind of shoes they like, and they would give a check or an X. So I don't know if he was trying to date. But then it had the girls, and there was a couple where, like, it was 2 girls talking to him, and he would give them an X, and the dude would be like, what, you don't want 2 girlfriends? I got tears, man. This is just sad. Whoever his parent is, you co-sign off of this shit. This just shows you, one, how bad people want to be famous. That you will exploit your kids like this. 2, the fact that the producers of this show have decided to even co-sign this shit. That's sad. And then, like, 3, it's like, it just shows we don't have no creativity no more. Like, I remember back in the day when Diddy had the little kid rappers. You know, like, why can't we have something similar to that? Something where, we got kids, or even like Gordon Ramsay had the kid chefs. Something where you show these kids artistic talent and you help them build upon that. So when they become teenagers and adults, they can do something creative. But this little 20 versus 1, where you got little girls twirling and shit for another little nigga, that shit's disgusting, man. And then you got little boys dancing for a little nigga. It's like, man, I got tears.
Yeah, man, I got tears, but I know the happiest man in the world was Boosie. And his daughter said, his daughter said, I told y'all ninjas. Rocket Man. What do you say on Rocket Man, Juice Man? You better get him some pussy early.
Get your son some pussy now.
You better get some pussy early. Boosie Man probably set it up. Boosie probably set it all up. Yeah, he set it all up.
He that dumb boy. That shit's terrible.
That's the same nigga got his 14-year-old son some head.
Nah, I think he was younger than that, probably. But yeah, Boosie's probably a happy man right now. He's probably happy to see it. He was sitting back watching YouTube like, I love to see it. I love to see it. Clapping his hand, golf clap. But other than that, I think it was kind of dumb, but they're not really trying to, I hope they're not trying to set them up to get them to date these kids, but it is what it is. Kids go crazy over kids. How old was Lil Bow Wow when he first came out?
He was young.
Like 10, 12.
You know what I'm saying? Girls was going crazy over him too. So it's kind of the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Not the same thing. They didn't parade him around and say, hey, but the girls was going crazy over him. You know what I'm saying? It was little girls in the videos and all that other stuff.
Even older women.
Yeah.
When he came out with the little Bow Wow shit.
Yeah. It was going crazy. He had the whole going crazy.
They already said that little boy is going to be a problem when he get older because he's going to have all the women. They said that shit back then. Yeah, from the get-go. I remember grown-ass women in between 21 to 30 was like, yo, if that nigga came at me, I'd give him some pussy. So, that nigga was like, what you say, 10 to 12 then. And these grown-ass women talking about that, get that little boy some pussy. Money talks. Bullshit walks.
People are sick, man.
It is.
You people are sick. You people are fucking sick. And then like we're talking about original ideas. It's like, okay, we took the concept of 20 versus 1. Plus you had the other little show with the balloon pop. So we got 2 shows where they basically paraded and dating people. saying like check the U, whatever. Take this concept to apply it to a little kid. Little kids, you are sick in the fucking head. And then isn't this the same kid? Didn't he have a video where he had like one of the video chicks dancing on him or something? I want to say it's him.
I don't know this person, Lil RT.
Because I've seen one of his videos, like a clip of it, and you know, on TikTok or whatever, people are like, yo, what do you think about this? So I want to say this is the same little kid rapper that had, if they weren't dancing on him, there was a grown ass woman dancing, and there's been some other.
How old is he again?
He's 10.
So it's like, man, like they've been doing this shit for a long while. But I'm gonna take Lil Boosie's line. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Come on, like for real. Like be for real now. Like come on. We talking about little like do some. Everybody wants some clout shit. Like anybody co-signing some bullshit.
You way too young.
Too young.
This is a little boy that said. So is this a little boy rapper that paid Boosie the money for the verse? Saved up the money.
I don't know who this guy is.
I don't know him.
I don't know who
He's from, I want to say Chicago or some Midwest town.
Shout out to Chicago.
Is it? Where's he from?
I thought he was from somewhere from the South.
Oh, he's from the South. Okay, I don't know where he's from, but I thought he was.
It's a sick concept to me though. I'm just like, come on. And then the little girls too. It's like,
oh no, he's from the A.
Atlanta.
You see why even worse.
That's why I had a boy.
Shout out to the A.
Guess what? It was him that had a grown ass woman dancing on him in the video.
Yeah, he's from the A.
So it was him. But you people are sick, man. Clap faces, his parents, folks in his camp. You sick, man. You sick.
Hey man, so we talking about people ages and stuff. So we all have birthdays and we all feel different about our birthday. So this woman posted that she saw a video of this couple having a birthday dinner and the boyfriend ordered a fajita. And she said, you cannot order a fajita at a restaurant on someone else's birthday because all the attention is on you, because they bring the fajita out early, they bring it out by itself, and it has its own little, it's almost basically like a bottle coming to the table. And you taking all the attention off the birthday person onto yourself.
For a fajita, you got me fucked up. I ain't never seen this shit. A fajita?
Yeah, fajita.
Bitch! Oh, the plate must be hot and sneeze when coming to the table.
Yeah.
Don't touch the blade.
Like Chili's back in the day.
It's not back in the day. They still doing that, but yeah, that whole slow.
Hey man, I got tears of laughter because I'm real. When I go to a Mexican restaurant, for those who have went to Mexican restaurant with me, my number one go-to is a fajita. Okay. I like to get the steak, the chicken fajita, one, because it does come out faster than the other shit. Two, that should be fresh. And I like to make my own little shit. But, hey, man, don't invite me to your birthday then, man. We at a Mexican restaurant. Because I'm going to order fajita most likely.
Man, all that stuff will come out at the same time we at a Mexican restaurant. Yeah, all will come out at the same time.
I'm getting me a chimichanga, specially made, with the rice or the steak or the chicken and that motherfucker. With the Blanca sauce on that, drizzle on that motherfucker.
I like the Verdes.
Bruh, I'm going in. Like, who gives a fuck about a fajita? Like,
yeah, my go-to for the Mexican restaurant now is the fajita too. Because I like the beans and I like regular rice. And then it comes with the guac salad, and the guac on top of the salad or whatever.
Exactly. You can dress that shit how you want to dress it.
You know what I'm saying? You can eat that salad just by itself. That guac, it just do something different.
Rice be good, man.
And then but my main thing is the beans. You know what I'm saying? I just like the Mexican beans.
The bean.
Yeah, I just like those beans. Because otherwise, I would have to order what I want to order. I would probably do Texas rice or whatnot. But then I got to order a side of beans. But if I do fajitas, I get the same thing. Maybe get a side of cheese if I want queso. You know what I'm saying? And have the same thing and have beans on it too. And it only costs like $12-$15.
And the most you're gonna pay $16. And
you know what I'm saying?
You can make yourself about four little tacos.
Yeah, it come with 3. You can order some more fajitas if you want. Nothing. Tortillas. You know what I'm saying? If you want to. So yeah, I go there just let me get that chicken fajita. It's an easy order. You ain't gotta know what it is. Like the chimichanga. If you ain't know what a chimichanga is, if you don't know what chimichanga is, you probably would never order it. But it's a good little thing though. But if you don't know,
same thing with enchilada.
Yeah, if you don't know, you're not gonna order it.
If you know, you know, Charlotte. Because I'm telling you right now, they come with everything in the video.
I've been seeing the enchilada. It says enchilada in round. I'm like, the fuck is this? I skip.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but as far as her, shit, man, I ain't got no chance.
That's what gay people try to tell straight niggas. Man, you gotta try something
Oh
different.
shit!
Oh, that's what they say. That's what they
Y'all
told
never
you.
had that call us Miss Seal bit.
That's
How
what
you
they told
know
you.
if you ain't never had it?
Oh, that's Tank. That's Tank.
That's what I told you.
That's what Tank. That's what
You
Tank
gotta do it at
say.
least 3 times before you know. Nigga, what?
Nah, hey, give me the usual.
What's your usual?
Enchilada and pussy. Pussy extra wet.
No, you said fajita. You said you want the fajita to come and steam.
My bad. Fajita and pussy.
So you want it burning?
Yeah, yeah.
Hot. Caliente.
Wet and hot.
Grande.
I want it warm when I slide in there.
Mucho grande.
Really big.
I'm not trying to last too long. I ain't got all night to be fucking.
Nah, but it just shows you like how petty females could be, specifically females. It's like when you go out to a restaurant, it's already all these people are here for you. Somebody why did you order the most expensive shit? Like go to one of these high ass steak restaurant, STK.
Since when the fajita is the most expensive shit?
I'm saying do some shit with the show. Order some shit for the show. Like, you know where they bring you out the fucking egg and it melts with the chocolate and shit with the jerks and it's got the gold flakes around it. Yeah. Order some shit like that. If you're that petty, order the most expensive shit where they got to bring out 4 and 5 people. Plus, tell them it's your birthday. Get the whole crew to go. Yeah. Happy birthday. If you want that much attention, you're that much of an attention whore. Yeah. Just order. Make sure the shit. Make sure you cap whatever.
Even if you don't like it.
Whatever they get, you just gotta top it. Get the most expensive bottle of wine. Whatever you gotta do. Bitches are petty. So this is some petty shit they do. So it's just like it just goes to show you how much of attention whores some women are. I mean, it's probably a couple niggas that'll do that too, but mostly women. Or just if you gotta do a show, order the most expensive shit. Go to some high ass restaurant. Make sure you cap everybody else out. Get a bottle with some sparklers. I don't fucking know. Do the show. But back to the Mexican food. I like that verde sauce. I prefer the carnitas with the pork, the corn tortilla, the carnitas, verde sauce, and the best shit is regional shit. But if you go somewhere that's good, the mojo, the shit in a bowl. I had some shrimp at some Warner. I was in Warner Robins. I had a fucking volcano bowl with some black sauce, like soup with some shrimp and chicken. Top 2 best Mexican food I ever fucking had.
Y'all making me hungry. Are we going to a Mexican restaurant after this podcast?
Shit, we said.
They all gonna be closed, unfortunately, man.
Oh, that's that bullshit.
Hey, talking about
We do have tequila in the freezer though.
Hey man, what's not closed is people's legs though, man. That's open 24/7 though, man. And unfortunately, this next story, it's very close to home, man. So recently, man, somebody got arrested for sex trafficking in Grovetown. Apparently, they had a 31-year-old woman in Macon first. That's where they got the woman from first. Went to Savannah and then ended up in Grovetown in the neighborhood we've actually been to before, Landon Drive. The man name is Joe Lewis. He's the suspect. The woman basically said she was branded and forced to turn tricks.
I think I seen him while we was out there.
Yo, I got tears, man, because we've talked about sex trafficking before. We've talked about prostitution. Sex trafficking is one of the biggest industries in the world, especially for black women, man. Atlanta is one of the biggest ports for sex trafficking, and it's because people don't care about black kids. People don't care about black people. Like if a black kid or person gets kidnapped, they don't put the same amount of resources into finding them as they do a white kid. So, if you're an adult, if you're a parent, man, watch your kids, man. Pay attention to your kids. And as far as grown women, man, don't go to shady places. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of shocked that a 31-year-old woman just got kidnapped like that. But if you're a grown woman, don't go to shady places with niggas you don't know or that you barely know. And most importantly, man, this is something that they've been preaching for the last 20 years. Hey, if you leave a drink, don't drink that shit, man. Like, just get yourself a new fucking drink, because you might be like that white girl in Taken. Wake up in a van And now you listen to everyone talking. You like, hold up. Everybody was talking in Brooklyn, in a Brooklyn accent. Now everybody talking Spanish. You in a whole nother country now. What the fuck that happened? Bitch, you been asleep for like 15 hours.
Well, you know what I gotta say about that? I'm mad. And the reason why I'm them the same ones that be on the goddamn shit talking about we don't fuck niggas. We don't fuck AA niggas. So how I supposed to know about this shit? You got a badass white bitch, badass Asian, badass Latino chick. I'm only fucking white dudes. This is a white folk problem, really. White folks are doing this shit. You see what I'm saying? These bitches don't, and they be sex trafficking and don't even fuck with us. So why would I give a fuck about them? I don't. If you black, I don't take no dick from you. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Just because you black, I'm not fucking you, nigga. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. I'm glad she got kidnapped. Fuck them.
Hey, fuck them because you can't fuck them.
That's right. Fuck them, man. I don't give a goddamn.
Hey, these are our opinionated takes on. These are just.
Nigga, I ain't opinionated. Go on the site right now. You gonna see every chick that got on that bitch. No AA. That bitch sex trafficked. She been kidnapped. But guess what? She don't want your help because you a nigga. You a nigga. You a black AA. Black nigga. No dick. I don't want your dick and I don't want your help. I'd rather be sex trafficked around the fucking world and fuck all these goddamn crackers than to be helped by a black man. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Yeah, like I
How
said.
somebody slit your fucking throat, bitch?
Like I said, these are not official channels.
This is facts, nigga. Don't ever come at me with that bullshit. These are facts. This shit can't be fucking proven, right?
Right,
that's why you can't be fucking with them because
go.
you would help. See, you already. These are opinions. No, nigga, these are facts.
These are facts. Let me do my spiel. Man.
No, you better not come at no fucking opinion shit, nigga.
See what you got.
She don't want your help or your dick, nigga. What you gotta say about that shit?
Tears, because I believe it was a black woman.
And she still don't want no AA.
It's the back.
No AA, nigga.
When the shit happens in
Fuck them.
When the shit happens in your backyard, you always kind of like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It was in our backyard. This is a cracker backyard. We don't want niggas in this area. No AA, nigga. Fuck them. Fuck them.
All right.
Continue, Steve.
I'll say this. It happens in your backyard, and it's like, okay, the game changed when they brought in the charges for human trafficking. Then, like, I forgot what pimp it was from back in the day, but he basically said as soon as they brought back in human trafficking, it went from pimping to human trafficking. Then they started you started hearing more about little kids, little girls being
trafficking mean you left the county or the
state, and you moving them to like another. So it's crazy. This nigga was moving a person. Most of all, branded her. That's the crazy. It's like, well, damn, like you literally put the evidence on her, and then it's like the fact that she got away with the Uber and all that to the police station. They caught this nigga on the way back to the house too. Crazy to see. I gotta tell you.
Because if you're saying she was black, that's what happens. You fuck with black folks, day one, your ass going down.
So I mean, hey, he get what he deserved, man. When you talk about human trafficking, you moving bodies and moving people to another state, forcing them in it, it's like, hey, you deserve what you get, man. Them charges, he gonna do 20. He probably gonna do 20.
Fuck.
Rose.
Yeah, it happens all the time. In everybody's backyard. Just most of the time it doesn't make the news because most of the time they're either underage. So that's the only time they really care about them when the kids are underage. But those don't make the news. So it happens all the time. Stings and things like that. It just this one happened because she was older. She escaped. And she went to police station. She was tired of getting beat down. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to retire. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have no tears for her. You know what I'm saying? She knew what she was doing. She wasn't sex trafficked and nothing like that. She went willingly when she just got tired of being where she was at. She wanted Buddy scooped her up and probably did his thing and kept her company and kept her conscious or whatnot. But in actuality, if she was able to leave in the Uber, she was just tired. She wanted a new scene. You know what I'm saying? She was fed up.
I want to be saved.
Yeah, she wanted to be
too many
saved.
mouths in that pussy.
Yeah, that's all it was. So I don't have any tears for her because she signed that's a job she signed up for and she did the job. She just got tired of doing the job. Just like most hoes out here, they don't want to work. That's why they say hoes have all the fun because they don't work. All they do is drink and dance.
Party,
And fuck.
Yeah.
party, fuck.
So
When they realize, oh, I want a baby and a family. I'm gonna turn my life around to Jesus.
hoes have all the fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So that was a crazy situation, man. I don't know what's wrong with these people, but most importantly, I don't know what's wrong with these hoes.
They're having too much fun.
What's wrong with them? 3T. No, 3W. My bad, 3W.
So
I'm talking about 3 letters.
we got this one woman. 3 letters is vague. These are significant letters. This one woman have came out and said that, hey, she's HIV positive. A dude, she was talking to a dude recently. She told the dude that, hey, I'm HIV positive. And the dude blocked her and ghosted her.
That's right.
What was she expecting?
What's wrong with these hoes, y'all?
What was she expecting?
Nothing. That's cool.
C's and C's.
I actually applaud her for being up front.
Yes.
It's
I would give you a reward if you hit our podcast and be like, I want the reward. I will send you the cash money. That you save lives. Thank you and bless you. You wonderful woman.
she could be like some of these other people. I want to say people that just willy nilly just giving out STDs and STIs.
No, we ain't talking about STDs. We talking about HIV.
It's all in the same bucket to me.
Fuck that. You can get rid of a chlamydia, the clap, nigga. You can get rid of crabs.
Syphilis. Go blind with syphilis.
You can't get rid of HIV.
But she knows she had it. She got tested. I don't know the specifics of how she got it, but it's like, all right. The only thing I'm gonna say on the niggas part, you can actually, depending on how deep y'all were talking or whatever, you can be mature enough to just say, hey, it's too much for me. I ain't dealing with this shit. You ain't gotta block a bitch. You can just say, hey, I'm cool. It's cool. You let me know. I'm glad you did. Fuck it. I ain't for this.
Okay. Why you gotta do all that?
Okay. I'm saying if you want to be.
I got a fact for you. Do you know every time you have sex, you get an STD? It's called HPV.
HPV is human papillomavirus is different.
But every time you have sex,
it's technically not an STD.
It causes cancers, like you said, syphilis in the eye, whatever.
But I'm saying from a point of you could just literally tell somebody, hey, I ain't with that. I ain't feeling it. Boom. You ain't gotta just block somebody. You can. But like I ain't got no problems with you do, but I'm saying as an adult, you could just say, hey.
This is what I'm saying. With HPV, you get it from every single person. Basically what happens is, it's the bacteria from a different person. So after, let's say if you dating this chick for like a month, you get smashing every week. Eventually you build up immune systems to it. So you can fuck the same person for life. Or what? You no longer get HPV from that one person. But when you fuck a different chick, you get a STD. It's called HPV, regardless of the fact. You gotta remember that shit. Every time you fuck a different chick, you get HPV. Minimum. You get an STD. Minimum every time you fuck a different chick. Bottom line. Same with the female, same with the dudes. You get something every time you fuck them. Some people even call it what they call it. What the special chicks call it? You soul or some shit like, oh yeah, I fucked you and now I got your soul, nigga.
Oh, soul ties.
Yeah, soul ties.
I mean that's real too.
Soul
that's
ties,
another
HPV,
thing.
same thing, goddamn thing.
Soul ties are real too.
Yeah, it's real. It is what it is. I don't knock it, but hey. That's life, nigga. Life be lifing.
I'm gonna keep it real, man.
Shouts out to Cameron.
Hey, somebody at the table, I'm gonna just talk about my sex life, no one else's. I be doing a lot of fucking, man, and 99% of that fucking be without protection. So,
bruh, we talked about this shit 2 years ago. Wrap that shit up, my dude.
So with that being said, yeah, man, I want to know what you got, cause hey, man, I'm sliding in there, man.
She's clean, but guess what you get? HPV.
That's cool, bro.
Or HIV.
Hey, man, let me tell you.
That's
man.
cool until you get a fucking nut bigger than the other.
Let me tell you, man. We all been to Vegas. We all done gamble, man. I be playing craps. I rolled them dice on that table. I said, "Hey, Lord, give me a bitch with a fat booty and some big titties."
AKA Mister.
And then the third time I roll, when that shit come back herpes or HIV, I'm be like, I done crapped out. Hey, give my dick back, Lord. Give my dick back. So, hey, fuck all that shit, bro. I will say this. Our good sees, man, like, you know, we at a point in society where we know more about HIV and AIDS, where people should be able to open up about having it and not feel like, you know, they have leprosy or something.
It's no, because they got the pill now. They got the cure.
You know,
it's not a cure, but
if a woman came and told me she had HIV,
like she on the pill?
I'm gonna tell you how I would handle it.
like a baby, you on the pill, so it's non-detective. So I can fuck you and don't get it back.
Well, no,
because they got a pill for that now. Now you can fuck a bitch with HIV or AIDS and not get it.
I'm not educated on that, but I'm telling you,
niggas on TV. As soon as you turn on TV, it says right there. You see the two guys kissing.
I be skipping them commercials. I ain't gonna lie. You know, but so for me personally, if a woman told me she had HIV, I would just be like, yo, I appreciate that. I don't know if I'm mature enough to date you because I'm going to want to fuck and I'm going to want to fuck without a condom. And I just don't know, can we, like, how this going to work? Now, maybe she can educate me and then maybe I'll date her for a couple months and we'll figure that shit out. But I wouldn't just block her and ghost her. I let her know straight up, like, yo, I got trepidation about this shit. You know, I would treat her like kid. Like, well, bitch, you got kids. Like, you got some shit that you can't get rid of, bitch.
Damn.
I mean, that's how I treat hoes who got kids. Unless, you got
kids, you got HIV. This nigga,
you got something attached to you that you gonna have for life.
That's real talk.
You know, and
that ain't real talk. They get rid of them hoes real quick, real quick, fast and hurry.
You can, but it's some steps to that shit.
Ain't no steps.
And not all of them are legal.
You just drop them off on the step. Them steps,
So,
yeah.
Straight
drop them off.
So I don't know if I want to be I don't know if I want to be with someone that got something attached to for the rest of my life. So, you know, hey man, I ain't got no problem with, you know, her telling her to do. I applaud that because we be hearing stories about niggas and bitches who know they got HIV and herpes and they be purposely spreading that shit. So salute to you. I saw her video. I know I sent y'all the pic. I told Caesar I actually found the video. And in the video, she was crying and stuff, and she was just talking about how she's trying to look for love and stuff like that. And I'm going to be real, man. I'm going to tell you what I tell motherfuckers who got kids. It's just better for you to date motherfuckers with kids. If you got HIV, be like, if you ever seen Dallas Buyers Club, be like Matthew McConaughey character. Mm-hmm. Find bitches that got HIV.
That's right.
And date them. So you got HIV, you got that package. Mm-hmm. Try to go online to one of these dating sites, HIV Anonymous, and date niggas who already got it.
That's right.
And to me, that's what I would tell you to do.
That makes more sense.
Rose.
That's all she needs to do. They don't need to cry about it. Go on the site and date the dudes that's in common with you. And there's less words being said. Like, what you expecting him to do? Like, you just met him. Like, he don't even know you. He's not investing in you at all. Like, it'd be different if you was dating this guy for a month or 2 months, but she literally just met this dude and just started talking to this dude, and then she disclosed this to him. What did she expect to happen? What did she expect to happen? Of course, he didn't spend any time with you. That's just that's one loss. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he got more on the roster. Like, why would he waste his time saying anything else to you? Like, but you did a stand up thing because that's what you're supposed to do. You kept it real, and then you dealt with it. So don't cry about it. Just go on the website and find somebody that's like you. He is not like you. What Christian Lamar said, they's not like us. She's not like us. Go find somebody that's like you.
Hey, I would say this. This situation reminds me of all them 90s TV shows from A Different World and other shows y'all might have seen, even the early 2000s, where somebody would have HIV and then would just say, yeah, I got AIDS. And then the music would start playing and everybody would be treating them differently. Hey, bitch, this is real life. People going to treat you different because you got that package.
Yeah, special delivery.
Hey, So we had the last topic, man, and you know, HIV affects the black community at an alarming rate. What also affects black people at an alarming rate is police officers and police brutality. We've been dealing with that shit since slavery, you know, and then when they made a lot of the slave catchers into police officers, and then we got the Rodney King situation. It's been a lot going on, man. From George Floyd, you know, Eric Garner, and a lot of other black people who've lost their lives and dignity through police brutality. Recently, you can add Sonia Massey's name to that list, unfortunately. She was a woman that a lot of people said you could tell was mentally disturbed, who called the police to her house for a domestic issue. These two white officers came to her house. As she was talking to them, she was saying, hey, I love you. I care about you and stuff like that. She was talking to the police officers. You could tell that she was not what you would deem as the typical individual. The cop noticed that there was something on the stove. He asked her to cut it off because he kind of said, hey, I don't want a fire to ensue. She went, cut the stove off, grabbed the pot. I guess she was trying to move it. He told her to put the pot down. She said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. He said, I will shoot you in the fucking head. I'm not playing. That's she right. Put the pot down. Now, let me say this.
He didn't say the head. He said, I'll shoot you in your face.
My bad, in your face. Right. Now, I will say this. There have been some creators who made videos who said there are some AI-generated videos of her actually throwing the pot of water. I haven't seen it. That's right. Some people might have seen it. I haven't seen it. But she never attempted to throw the pot. She immediately dropped it. Not only did she drop the pot, you can actually see her, and I'm going to use this term because that's how I viewed it. You can see her cowering on the ground. I put her hands up and basically cowering onto the ground, almost begging for mercy. And the cop shot in the head. The partner basically, you know, offered to give first aid and said he had first aid in the back of his car. And his part and the cop
shot the bitch in the head.
And the cop who shot in the head,
shot in the face, shot in the eye,
said there's no point.
It's a kill shot.
That's a headshot. She's dead.
That's right.
But you can do it if you want. Now there's another video. I think I sent it to Rose before we started the pod. I don't know if he saw it. You see the POV, the point of view.
I already saw that one.
Okay, you see the point of view of his partner when he went to the car. I guess he was getting the first aid or trying to get himself together. You can see that he was deeply disturbed.
It took forever.
It took forever. His hands was trembling, and you could hear him kind of, I ain't gonna say sobbing, but you could hear something was wrong with him, and he kept saying, fuck.
He was scared.
I'm gonna start with you, man. You know, we've been dealing with police brutality in this country forever.
So it's a white cop, black woman?
Yes. This is just the latest situation.
What city? What state?
This is in Illinois. What is your thoughts on what happened?
This is an execution. There's no other words for it. He came in with the attitude on 10. You could tell she was disturbed or scared. He said the videos I've seen, he came back from checking the side of the house, already had an attitude, extremely rude, just fucking on 10, on 1,000, came into it, the situation, standard police procedure, military or police, any law enforcement, you shoot for the body. You aim for the body. You had a clear line of sight for the body. Should have shot her in the chest, if anything. You felt threatened. Headshot, that's like some quick of the moment. Thank God they actually had the body cams. Like, that's probably one of the best things they did for America was have cops have body cams. Looking at his history, 6 DUIs. No, three. Cop had 3 DUIs.
2
DUIs. 6 departments in the span of 6-7 years.
Yeah, he was disturbed with damn self.
He had problems with damn self. Like, why was he on the force? And it's just like,
is there a chance he was the one that she called domestic violence on?
Probably not. But just from the stance of like looking at the videos, the outrage. You have other cops condemning him. Just other law enforcement. They're looking at it. He got put in jail. No pre-release. No bond.
Okay.
You probably gonna fry, dude. Looking at his track record, crazy. Just looking at the video, I don't feel like, from my point of view, she didn't do anything wrong. The pot of water, maybe could have did it a different way, but I'm like, the woman literally had her hands up. That was an execution, man.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. What I was most proud of this week, man, through that tragedy, we ain't never seen it. What I'm about to say, we ain't never seen this before. If you be on social media, there was an outpouring of people in law enforcement, a lot of police officers, not saying he was wrong, condemning what he did, saying it was using terms like execution, it was murder. I was shocked because the last 5 years when we've seen a lot of these cops kill black people, a lot of people in law enforcement would not say shit or would try to find a way to justify it legally. I did not see that. I'm be honest, the people that I did see trying to justify it never put a fucking badge on. But all the people I saw that actually have worked as police officers, retired or current, and I'm not even just talking about the black ones, I'm talking about a lot of white people. Man, they was calling that nigga out, man. So salute to all of them, because to fix a problem, you have to acknowledge there is a problem. And, you know, if you saw the video, man, that was execution, man. And that's the reason why I use the term cowering. Because literally, once she let go of the pot, if he would have shot her with the pot in her hand, that still would have been wrong, but you could have had some wiggle room. But the minute she let that pot go, put her hands up in the air to deem I'm not a threat to you, and she literally started basically kneeling to the ground, for him to shoot her in the head then, there's no excuse for that. There's no way to justify that. Even his terminology to say, when his partner was like, yo, I'm going to get the first aid kit, he said, nope, that was a headshot. Nigga, you talking as if this is a game of Call of Duty.
Video game, yeah.
You know? Like you want to say, like, yo, that's my handiwork, man. I'm the only one in the force that do headshots. I'm proud of that shit. Like, yo, that's disgusting. That shit disturbed my soul to see that. That shit broke my heart. Like, I said this a couple episodes ago, man. Black people, we got to stop calling the police officers when we have issues, especially domestic issues going on. Because let me tell you, there are police officers that are like social workers, that are like counselors that truly want to help. They will sit down while you arguing with your family and they will try to talk. I've seen those police officers. You know, they will try to talk to both sides of the family and come to a resolution. But a lot of these motherfuckers, when they come in to handle business. You know, for whatever reason, they come in to lock somebody up or they come in to execute somebody.
So am I wrong that when the cop comes, I'm locked and loaded? The cop don't know.
But in the state of Georgia, you don't have to know.
But it's like this. If the cop pulls his gun and I let mine goes off first, am I wrong?
I'm be honest, with the way the country is going, man, like we get to a point.
Am I wrong? Like literally, you don't know I got a pistol. You don't know I got a gun. But as soon as you pull yours out, I'm busting. And every time you try to reach for your pistol, I'll bust you in your fucking chest.
We get into that point in the country where a lot of people who are police officers,
like, calm the fuck down.
You're not going to be safe. Even the correction officers, you're not going to be safe. And what I mean by that is minorities are getting tired of being victimized by law enforcement to the point we're going to see situations like we saw, I want to say, when I worked with juveniles back in 2015, 2016, where a cop got killed for just doing a regular patrol in Las Vegas. I think it was Las Vegas and Texas. Because black people just killed him, because they just tired of seeing law enforcement do what they're doing to minorities.
That's right.
So we're going to get to a point in this country in that. So that's why I think it was so good to see law enforcement actually stand up and say this incident was so wrong.
Right.
Because y'all need to be protecting the community, not governing over the community. Y'all need to be protecting and serve the community. Like, that is your purpose when you drive in these neighborhoods. When you drive in these areas, you're supposed to be talking to these people in the community. You should be building rapport with people in the community. So when shit happens, it's almost like you've ever seen the show The Wire. So you can go to people in the community and be like, yo, man, do you know anything that happened on 15th Street?
That's community policing. That's called community policing.
That's what y'all should be doing. Y'all shouldn't be having
They
people
got
in the
away from
community
that. They got away from
afraid of y'all, fearful of y'all. And this is the prime example why a lot of black people, and especially black women, because we're talking about black women, who be in situations where they get beat on every fucking day and night, why they don't go to the police. Because they truly just feel like ain't shit gonna fucking happen. And if the police do come, who's to say this motherfucker ain't gonna come ready to kill somebody?
That's right. He coming ready to kill.
So it was a tragic situation. I know a lot of people been saying, say his name. Yo, man, say her name. Hey, man, we need to start saying these cops' names, man. Sean Grayson. That's the motherfucking name. Because when you do shit like this, and when you have racism and bigotry in your heart, your name need to be out there for the world. Because one thing that I was always told, your last name should mean something. And your kids, your parents, your wife, your siblings, your cousins, you brought dishonor to your family. Like what you did in this situation, Sean Grayson, like everybody in your family should feel ashamed. They should feel disappointed, and they should not want to have, they should be like, yo, I'm ashamed to even be related to this motherfucker. That I'm related to someone that has that kind of hatred in his heart for people that don't look like him, talk like him, and from an area like him. So yeah, we need to say these victims' names, but these people that are perpetrating these crimes, we need to say their names too, and we need to post their picture all over social media, the internet, TV, so people know what they look like. Because this is distasteful and this is disgraceful when we have stuff like this happen in our country in 2024. Rose?
Yeah, so this is the definition of standing on business. Because Buddy said, I shoot you in your face. He did that. He did that.
That's right.
But he stood on business. Every time I see the videos, they say I started laughing because he said that. Because I remember I used to say that to people, and then he did it, but it's not funny. But it's funny to me because Shawty was like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And that triggered him.
That's right.
Like he was possessed. See, that demon came out of him. He said, you know, like the exorcist say that when she said that the demon came out and said, roar, roar. He said, I'll shoot you in your face. And he did that. Like, it was something wrong with him, I think. I think he had some demons in him, some ghosts in him. He was possessed or something because from watching the video, there's no other logical reason for him to do what he did other than him being possessed. And if I was his lawyer and I was him, that's what I would do. I would say, I was possessed by demons. And when she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, the demon took over my body and I didn't know what happened. I blacked out. The demons took over me and that I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what happened. I didn't say those things.
The devil made me do it.
The devil made me do it. That was the devil. That should be his line of defense because that's basically what happened. If you ever seen a movie and they just when they throw that holy water on that, that's what happened to him. She said, "Oh, that's holy water. That's that holy water." Buddy said, "Oh no, I'll shoot you in your face."
And the devil, you know.
Hey, that's what happened. As far as people being outraged, y'all can be outraged. It ain't gonna do nothing. Be outraged. Okay. Do not call them people unless you want them people to come over there.
They come.
Do not call me. Vertizi talked about that. Like Vertizi said, we talked about this already.
As soon as they feel threatened, it don't matter what is going on. They're gonna pull out. They're gonna pull out the pistol.
Yeah, like she should have called her family.
Man, everyone's Clifford when you black.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. And all y'all is Clifford.
Hey man, what 8 Ball MJG said. The devil made me do it. He also said it's a sad occasion.
Man, I will say this though, man. This is why, and to Rose's point, being outraged is important because it can cause you to want change. But if all you are going to do is be on outrage and just be on Twitter, social media posts and stuff. You need to get out, protest. You need to get out and vote. Not just in this presidential election. We talked about that early in the pod. Get out and vote in your local elections. Get out and vote. Recently in the CSRA, we had a chance. We had a sheriff. Election. Like, get out and be like, you know what? I don't like the way this sheriff run the county or run the city. Let's put someone else in charge or whatever. That's going to better serve the people. Like, it is important to vote in these elections. So you put people in positions that serve your interests in the community. If you're not voting, please understand. If you choose to say, I'm just not going to vote because it doesn't matter, understand the people that have different interests than you, they are going out and voting, and they are going to put people in positions of power that serves their interests. And a lot of times what serves their interests is the opposite of what serves you. So Black people, man, make sure you get out and vote this year, man. We got a lot of candidates from different parties, different legislations, whether it's the president, Congress people, judges, DAs, sheriffs, and stuff like that, senators that have the ability to affect the way you live through laws, legislation, and we need to hold these police officers accountable for what they're doing. And the last thing I just want to say is, man, we also have to attack the system itself, because we can't just attack the people who are in the system. The system itself needs to be rebooted, because we have to better train these people how to conduct themselves when they're dealing with people that are not like them, have different backgrounds than them, but also people, and like, once again, I think me and Rose are the only people at the table that are mentally health trained, and we've talked about that episodes ago.
Say what?
When you are mentally health certified to deal with people that are mentally,
I am.
Okay, then Juice Man too. But when you are trained to deal with people that are mentally have mental health issues, it's different. You have to go through training to understand the way you communicate to these people are not the same as you communicate to people. We joke all the time. You can't treat this nigga like every other nigga, because he's not every other nigga. Yo, when someone has mental health issues, Rose and Juice Man too can attest. You cannot talk to them motherfuckers. You cannot move around the motherfuckers like you would a normal individual. You have to be able to articulate yourself, and you have to keep yourself composed in a situation that may be chaos at times.
What about
Final thoughts?
CPR or anything?
Yeah, always CPR. First aid, CPR.
Final thoughts, C's.
Final thoughts, man. It's so they're always talking about, cops are talking about they're on their back more. Oh, you can't do this anymore. You can't do that. Or, people were complaining about body cams, having to get certified on tasers, and then the requirements for being a cop now. You're going to start seeing more training being implemented, like longer training where you're a street cop or you're in a partner with a veteran for a while, or, a cop that's been in a situation, been on the force longer than you.
NCO.
Like you're supervising officer. So you're going to see, a clamp down on it, because it's basically getting to the point to where it's like America's really violent. You look at the police force, you compare it to damn near quote unquote third world countries. They're not even this violent. Like their police, it's like, oh yeah, such and such, this country got
They
killed.
just want the money. They just want the money.
So it's like it's getting to that point. It's getting to that point, so where you're gonna see a whole lot more training restrictions and requirements. But like you said, it does start at the community level, and then it's like a lot of this review. You look at his history. Why was he still on the force? Why wasn't he on a probationary period? This man has DUIs. He's switching, basically jumping from station to station.
That's right. That should have been a clear indication.
So
he must have been white.
Yeah, so he had
White
that.
privilege.
It's that privilege, and you're just gonna see more of it, man. I mean, starts at the community level. Police gotta police themselves. That's where it starts at, in the community. So it's crazy out here, man. Rest in peace, Sonya Macy.
Final thoughts, Juice Man?
Bruh, this was a rough one. We made it through. Try again tomorrow. I'm out.
Hey, People say there's only a few bad apples. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. That is true. But if you're a good apple, you need to stand up for what's right and you need to say something. Dr. King said, hey, the people that's committing wrong, they sins is gonna be on them. But the people sitting back silent, those are the biggest people committing the sin. So if you see something that's going on that's wrong, you need to stand up for what's right. And there was an Abby and Rakim. Peace.
Yeah. My final thoughts, the Olympics started today. Go USA. Go USA. And y'all can catch us at the next light, man. We in traffic. I'm back quiet.